Hey there, I'm Kid Wilder, and we are back for another episode of Stardew Valley, My Perfect Year. As I've been saying for a while now, I'm not entirely sure if we will actually achieve what my original goal was to make this a perfect year. I'm actually kind of behind on a lot of stuff. I felt to complete a bunch of things that I needed to do. Why are my triggers not working? That was weird. For some reason my controller decided it was not going to allow for the triggers to work. And I don't know why, because I've never had that issue happen before. I tried to see what I could do to fix it, but nothing popped up. It just randomly started working again. I think we are almost to the point where we can actually ask Haley if they want to date us. But with these sunflowers, we can actually use them to kind of help us a lot with Haley and a bunch of the villagers. Max a bunch of them out, or at least get closer to maxing them out. I don't remember if I caught it on footage, but you don't ever want to give poppies to a lot of the villagers. I think there might be one that likes them. Most of the villagers do not. They actually hate poppies. So don't make that mistake. I may have forgot about that and went ahead and gave a bunch of them poppies and could not figure out what the issue was. Luckily, the damage was not too great. I think everybody pretty much recovered now. And with seconds to spare, I just was running around doing other stuff. We got started on the coop. Be a few days before it's done. Did go down to the beach and kind of collect a few things. Forgot to fish. So we have 4 days to complete the albacore job. I went to the secret forest to get some more hardwood because we are going to need a lot of hardwood. Come on, give me some good news. None of that was good news, game. Okay, so hopefully this harvest will be more than enough to get us to the next stage of our farming. If it is, we'll hold off on selling any artisan stuff. Oh, we also cracked open those mystery boxes. And there is 8 eggplant seeds, so I just went ahead and planted those. We'll get at least a few harvests out of it. And then a bunch of flower seeds. I think there's about 10. So I went ahead and planted those as well. Plus the sunflower seeds that we harvested from the sunflowers themselves. And yeah, we have all those empty spots filled in on our little farming area. I'm still not happy with how this farming area looks. I guess once winter comes around, we won't really have to worry about too much. I do need to hurry up and learn how to make the teleporter so I can just teleport straight down to the barn, let the pig out, and then teleport back up here. Oh, we're doing the George interaction. As a Penny. Penny was amongst the people I ran through and gave a sunflower to. Gave a bunch of people sunflowers. And it's pretty much anyone that I came across. But I didn't give everybody one. I only had so much. I still say that she should have asked instead of assuming he wanted help. But I'm gonna still side with Penny. This is meant, if I recall correctly, this really is meant as a Penny interaction. It won't negatively impact anybody, but whoever you side with, it benefits them positively. Oh, and I used that ticket and I managed to get the Relationships 101 book, which means that I now build relationships with people faster. Speaking of relationships, I should go get that bouquet. Give it to Haley. Haley, don't look at me. I'm digging through the trash. You should have been at work. Oh, the fairy decided to show up? Are you seriously gonna do it in that spot? Wait. That's my pumpkins, isn't it? Huh. It's always funny whenever they show up in a spot that it's pretty much fully grown. And then they'll do that. And it does not really benefit you at all. We didn't really do much. I got a couple albacore. It is Friday. So on our way to we'll go down to see what the trader has, and then we'll go over to Marnie's to see about buying that cow that I wanted to get yesterday. Okay, we got a letter. Oh, you want a pumpkin? Getting a lot of row for some reason. Not that I'm complaining. I'm just concerned. Okay, so we gotta remember to save one of the pumpkins. One of the pumpkins for Caroline. Jeez. And so I'm tired. All this heat. This was always a weird scene. I mean, kinda. I'm right here by you. Where's your sister? Caroline in here? Okay, good. We get this scene too. Speaking of weird scenes. Made pretty decent progress with Caroline today. We're not quite maxed out with Haley for some reason. Did get about halfway to the albacore mission. We just gotta catch another 5 more. Any day now, we should be maxing out our farming. I think we just finished our coop. Now we gotta figure out. Don't think we have enough wood or stone to do an upgrade for it yet. We'll probably try to work towards that so we can get the rabbit. Oh yeah, we got our tea sapling recipe now. And the parsnip soup. So now we can make tea saplings. See, where is it? Uses any wild seeds, 5 fiber and 5 wood. Basically, you can plant that, and the only downside to it is it's only during the final week that it produces. So you can plant it in the last week of the month. You get a bunch of tea. Some people were actually mass producing wild seeds. Is just to make any wild seed, you need like the wild forageables that you get from that season, and it'll produce 10 wild seeds. Well, you get enough. So say we make the winter wild seed next season. Okay, well, we've now got 10 winter wild seeds, which gives us 5 tea saplings that we can make. One tea sapling is worth 250 gold. So we would be able to actually sell tea saplings for a pretty decent amount. And some people, that's how they play. They don't use tea saplings for anything else. Which that tea sapling trick is actually really useful early game. If you can befriend Caroline really quickly. It's not that difficult to befriend her. Just give her whatever flowers and stuff. Or you can find a list of things that she likes and loves. And of course talk to her every day. It'll slowly build up the friendship. And once you get her to the point where you are able to go back to her sunroom, it allows for you to make the tea sapling recipe. And then if you can get Linus to the wild bait, it can increase your fishing efficiency because you're catching double the amount of fish. And then toss in there the ability to make sashimi later on with him. Because I think it's wild bait and then sashimi. It might be sashimi and then wild bait. Anyway, you get sashimi from them. Some of those fish that are pretty much useless because they're so cheap, you're not going to get a whole lot of money off of them. You can turn those into sashimi, and they are Sebastian's loved item. A lot of people like to love bomb Sebastian with them. And then it is also going to increase the value of that fish because you're changing it to a more valuable thing. Pretty much no productivity today. We did get started on the silo, so hopefully we can get that ready within the next few days. And while that's going on, we are going to work on getting our wood and stone amounts up. And then we also need to finish the albacore mission so we can move on to the next mission, next task. And we did get a couple chickens. I do have a bunch of artisan stuff. I'm trying to hold on to it until the I max out my farming. And I feel like it is any day now. So that's part of the reason that we're not getting a lot of money at the moment, is I am trying to max out farming to get the ability to make 40% profit on all of our artisan goods. So like this aged row going up by another 4,000. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it because we are on that cusp. I just wish we could see how close we are, even if it means not having all my inventory space. Go ahead and water everything, and then we'll go tend to the animals. We did manage to get all of the albacore just in time. I was able to get back and do a few things around the farm. Willie also wanted us to catch 4 albacore. Sadly, he disappeared on us. I think he might have snuck back into his shop and we weren't able to get to him because he wanted us to also capture 4 albacore. So I gotta remember to go buy Willie's today. Yeah, we didn't sell a whole lot. We did, however, get a mission from, or not mission, a task from Robin where she wants us to get 1,000 stone within a week, which is very fortunate because I was already planning on trying to get stone, and we are already about a little over a fifth of the way through that objective. But with the stone that we just got, we can get enough money and some more wood, we could start upgrading the coop to big coop. So we're gonna start progressing pretty quickly on the coops. And it's a rainy day, so we don't have to worry about watering anything. I do need to... It's not going to be on our side. Hopefully that just means more stone. Oh, Shane, that's our frozen pizza. Hey. Yeah, I need to go visit Clint because I have a bunch of geodes that we found while we were mining. I'm probably going to wait to visit Clint for that until later. Sucks whenever things grow in patches because it's hard for me to tell what is and is not ready. But we need to make sure that the chickens get fed properly because without the coop being upgraded, they are currently not being fed. I just have all of this artisan stuff that I can't do anything with right now. All right, let's go feed the chickens, pet all the animals. And then we are gonna run to Pam. We're gonna go to Pam. Oh, because I've already started laying eggs. I got it. Those eggs were all I needed to get that last part of the, as last part that I needed to get the next level. So when we sleep tonight, we'll actually wake up, max out on farming, and we can sell all of this artisan stuff. Need to make a mayo machine. Okay, so we're about to go to sleep. I have not leveled yet. Currently, Aged Legend Row is being sold for 5,060. We will see what it looks like whenever we wake up. We're going artisan. Agriculturalist actually isn't too bad if you want to switch over to that later on. Basically what you do is you plant all your crops, such as your blueberries, your cranberries, strawberries, any of those that reproduce quickly. Reproduce quickly, but continually reproduce. You go down the farming tree all the way to agriculturalist. At that point, your crops are growing 10% faster. Plus, you can grow them even faster with the fertilizers that you use. And then before you sell the artisan goods, you switch over to the artisan profession and then sell all of it. Because once it's grown, you don't need the agriculturalist again until the end of the season. And then you switch back to the agriculturalist. Some people will do that back and forth. It's a matter of, is it too time consuming for you? Or are you going to make more than enough profit? Or would you just rather leave it and go on? Artisan it is. And we are almost broke right now because I spent pretty much all of the money upgrading the chicken coop to a big coop. And hopefully we can get rabbits to drop rabbit's feet pretty quickly. And we're over halfway towards Robin's Rush. Okay, go ahead and grab our artisan stuff that we are going to ship out. And now, this Aged Legend Row, 7,000. So it went up by a little more than 2,000, which means a lot of our stuff is actually going to go up by a little bit here and there. Like pickled corn went up by a little bit. The Aged Crimson Fish Row went up by a decent amount. But now we can just ship all of that. Oh, we can get the auto grabber now. See that money. $67,000. All because we held off on selling some of the stuff. Went ahead and sold the goat milk and regular milk as is for the completionist stuff. I need to do the same with the eggs. I just haven't done it yet. And I'm pretty sure both chickens are white. I need to buy me another chicken and try to get a brown one. Oh no, I didn't double check that. 6 Aged Legend Row, 42,000. That's all battery pack just for the completionist stuff. At 67,000, we can now buy that backpack. Go ahead and get our bigger backpack. Wind gust tomorrow. Luck is not going to be on our side. We are almost done with the stone order. She installed the incubator. So she's done with the coop, which means we need more wood. We can just buy the wood from her, I guess. I really need to start visiting these people more often. All of them are giving me little cutscenes. May have accidentally selected that without actually paying attention. I was trying to skip through some of the stuff. Alright, so if you come in here with the sweet gemberry and give it to this statue here, it's Master Cannoli. Master Cannoli will give you one of the Stardrops. Now, our energy is a bit higher. We are able to get some more stuff done today. Not too bad. We did spend a good amount of money on buying wood. And we started the upgrade to deluxe coop. Once that finishes, we need to upgrade the shed. We have more space for machines in there. Spirit Eve Festival's tomorrow. Okay, we've got some mail, fried mushroom from Demetrius, stuffing from Pam. I went around and gave a bunch of winged out by the bouquet. Gave a bunch of sunflowers to people, so I'm getting gifts from everybody. We got a ton of corn and everything. So we got quite a bit to do today. Yeah, this is definitely the point where she starts warming up to a lot of the farm life. I hint that she's kind of settled down a bit. We have now officially declared Haley as our girlfriend. And that opens up the last 2 hearts on her meter. Means this last sunflower we can give her. But once we max that out, we can actually propose. And the proposal thing requires rain, which is going to be difficult in winter. We may not actually get to get married until spring. But I mean, what it is. We're doing pretty good money-wise. Melon wine is actually selling for a decent amount. Cheese is getting up there, as is mayo. We're at least staying in the thousands every time we sell stuff. Today is the Spirit Seed Festival. I think that's the name of it. We did complete the stone gathering stuff. Now we can make the stone chest. 6 crimson fish roe? What? With that progress that we made with Haley, we're sitting really pretty. You know what? Let's go ahead and grab these pepper poppers. We'll scarf those down. And get the watering can. We went ahead and upgraded the chest over here to a bigger chest. Alright, so we are at the festival. Hey there, Haley. Go ahead and grab our next rare crow. Jack-o'-lantern that we need to eventually make. And then go around and talk to every single person. Alright, let's start the fun part. Going through the maze and trying to figure out where all of it's at. And not already know. I mean, there's no way to really pretend that we don't even know. I've played this game way too much. Even with the variant that they brought in, that one went fast. Like I had very little issue with it. Still wish I could get up there and talk to those two. Alright. Let's take the shortcut back. So we don't have anything else to do here. That's a really short festival if you just run through it. Sadly, there's not a whole lot to it compared to a lot of the other festivals. But we do now have another rare crow. Let's put it over here so if it gets struck by anything, it doesn't just fall in the water. So we currently have, I think, 4 rare crows. Yeah, 4 rare crows. I think I missed one. I probably could have gotten it, but I'm pretty sure I missed one. We're at 21 jade. My goal is to try and get as close to 100 as I can. And then on a Sunday, we're going to go and swap those out for staircases. And then we're going to use the staircases plus a bunch of bombs and try to get down to floor 100. We just have one more day left. So basically, there's no point in watering anything today. Making a really good amount of money at the moment from the fish. Once we get the chance, I need to make the other fish pond. And then I'll have to start on a 4th fish pond. And then probably start on a 5th fish pond. Artichoke dip. That's neat. I don't even think I have any artichokes left anymore. Yeah, pretty much if it is not already fully grown, it is not going to matter whether or not we water it today. some of those flowers. They look like they might be fairy roses. They're not going to survive today. And grab that apple before we lose it. We did get our truffle. I guess we need the watering can to water the cat. So we got our truffle. I had to linger around in the hope so we could grab it, which means today we can go ahead and go complete the chef's bundle. And then I don't know if Robin finished the upgrade. If she did, yeah, she finished it. We can now go get ducks. Yeah, if you say you need to pay your tab right now, that's way too aggressive. And the saloon isn't doing well financially. Gives her the opportunity to decide if she wants to pay her bill. And I mean, Pam has a job now. Not sure who all's actually going over there. Yeah, some more fun moments with Shane. Yeah, and that's selfish. Hopefully I won't be around long enough for plan. Well, dang. I'd hope catch her, because I forgot to come by and buy a stupid rabbit. And now I'll have to hopefully get one on Monday. I believe I did that. Sure, it's not much of a surprise for anybody else. Oh, and I bought some holly. I thought it was something else or I thought it was something I needed, and come find out it's not. So I had holly, and I was not very jolly about it. And that was the end of our fall year. First fall season is over with. Yeah, very valuable holly that I paid way more than I got back from. For some reason, I could have swore his holly is crocus. That was the one I was thinking of. But for some reason, I was thinking holly. Now we've got our first day of winter. And the change in music for each season, it just does amazing things for this game. we're getting this one kind of late. Ooh, do we even have a largemouth bass? Pretty sure largemouth bass. Okay, all seasons. For some reason I was thinking largemouth bass were only certain seasons, but nope, it's all seasons, luckily. Evelyn got it. That's a chocolate cake. So I'm gonna just go ahead and start drying large batches of a lot of the fruit because I'd rather make some money than no money. And it only takes 5 just to convert it over. You are getting a little bit of a loss. And it sucks that you get a loss on it. Yeah, I got rid of my largemouth bass that was in there. Where did I put that other chocolate cake? There it is. We're gonna go ahead and ship this. We completed more of the bundles. We still need a bunch of our animal bundle stuff. But now we only need the snow yam and the crocus. We just need a duck feather and a rabbit's foot. And then we will be done with all the bundles. So we need to go catch us a largemouth bass. Got 95 out of 240. Let's go turn this in and then we'll go up. I need my pole. I will deal with you in a bit. But I need to go back and get my pole. Because I gotta go catch a largemouth bass. I need to swing by Joja Mart. And I think buy Joja Cola. I also still need to find the other 2 forageables. But I don't know if I'll be able to get those easily. Okay. Alright, give me the magnifying glass. Go ahead and toss this stuff in here and then we will go fishing. Not only do you smell fresh fish, you smell iridium quality fish. Because I only caught the 1 largemouth bass and it was perfect. Should be quality. This is the best that anybody can get. So we got our first day of winter down. Managed to sell a few things. Dried blueberries were not too bad. And we got some mayonnaise out of it. Because we have 3 chickens right now that are producing. The duck is still a baby. It's not producing yet. But once it does, that egg's going in the community center. We have the large milk that we somehow managed to get from the cow. We have wool. So we turned both of those in. We're just missing either a duck egg, a large brown egg, or a large white egg. We need 2 of those 3. And then we need a duck feather, a rabbit's foot, and I did not find any crocus. I did not find any snow yam. The only forageables I found was 2 winter root, 2 holly, and then I found a nautilus shell after I bought that other one. But I would have rather had a guarantee of one than to have the possibility of one. So I think once we get the chance, we need to go to Marnie's And for some reason, as many of you may have heard at this point and fully understand, Marnie doesn't like to stay in her shop at the counter. So it is a huge pain trying to get anything from the shop. One of the things you can do is befriend her. I kind of let that slide. I should have been working harder at befriending her. But if you befriend her enough, you can buy a book in her shop that allows for you to buy things at the shop without her there. So as long as you have access to the building, you can buy things. She doesn't have to be at the counter. So I did mess up on that part of it. But once I get the greenhouse finally taken care of, I can plant some more flowers and give those out, and it'll help boost everybody. Because a lot of them like a bunch of the sunflowers, and it's at least something. I could probably max out Shane and Pam pretty quick if I just start giving them beer. And then Abigail's is a lot of like gems. I never did finish giving Gus a bunch of oranges. We have the Gus mission or Gus task where we have to give Gus 24 eggs. So now I have to stop putting all the eggs in the machine and have to collect all of them just to put them in Gus's fridge over the next 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks. Yeah, 13 days. So just shy of 2 weeks. Then we need to go to the desert so we can discover the purpose of the skull key, even though we already know what the purpose is. And I did remember, I don't think I actually said it before, I went ahead and upgraded my backpack. So now my backpack has every slot available, since we had the money for it. But now that we are in winter and we've got at least 1 day into it, I think there's still the possibility that we could somehow manage to pull this off. But without our full production facility, I just don't know how well we're going to do. We definitely need to amp up our wood and coal, and that's probably going to come down to just buying resources from the shops and converting all of that into like preserve bins. We can also do kegs, but the only thing with kegs is we need oak resin. And I do have several oak trees that are all set up, ready to go, but not all of them are able to mature in time. I just need to take a bunch of wood, again, a lot of wood, and some copper bars, and I can start making a bunch of oak resin, but we won't get nearly as much as I would have liked. And then I was going to make a slime machine, or not slime, oil maker, not slime machine. I was going to get an oil maker, and then I discovered why. Because the pig is not going to get any truffles right now. It doesn't make any sense for me to make an oil maker right now. I can make an oil maker later, but I could also make an oil maker and start converting some of the like crop stuff into oil. Some of them actually will convert into oil. But yeah, we definitely need to amp up a few things. So we're gonna call it here. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next episode.